can still smell that amazing coffee brewing at the cafe where I used to work, right at the corner of 7th and Main. It wasn't a fancy place, but the tips were good, and I had steady hours. When I finished high school, I decided to take a year off before going to college, to save up some money and figure out what I really wanted to do. Well, 1 year turned into 2. Then, out of the blue, came the acceptance letter from a university in the city. I had applied on a whim months ago, never really thinking I'd actually get in. I stared at that envelope for what felt like an eternity before I finally opened it. It was like a mix of opportunity and fear all wrapped up in one page. I brought it up to my manager during our closing shift. She was wiping down the counter while I nervously held onto the letter. "College, huh?" she remarked without looking up. "You'd do well, but it won't pay your bills tomorrow." She wasn't wrong. Rent was coming up, my car needed repairs, and I didn't have anyone waiting to bail me out. That night, I sat in my room with the acceptance letter in one hand and my work schedule for the next week in the other. I envisioned classrooms, discussions, and the chance to learn and grow. But I also pictured an empty fridge, bills piling up, and the stress of being broke. In the end, I made a decision. I decided to enroll, but only part-time. I took night classes and worked extra shifts at the cafe. It was tough. I barely slept, missed out on social events, and almost failed a semester, but I kept pushing forward. Now, as I stand here giving a speech at my graduation, I look back at the person I used to be. Scared, exhausted, torn between choices, and I can't help but smile. Because it wasn't about choosing between work and education. It was about staying put or moving forward.